Talking out of my ass. Number 55. And this my 55th talking from my shitty fucking anus. Notes. Let's see. None of these notes make any fucking sense to me. Fallacy of protein windows. Yeah, it's bullshit. That whole fallacy or that old myth, I don't know what it is. Fucking, like you're supposed to fucking get all your protein within a couple days or a couple hours after you work out. It's bullshit. It's more like you work out, post-workout, you get your little meal in, and then all the way up until your next fucking workout, you know, you're feeding yourself to repair fucking muscle tissue and shit. I mean, that's an interesting question is, you know, how long do you fucking wait between workouts? I don't know, man. I just feel it out, I honestly. When I feel like I'm starting to atrophy, you know, like my muscles ain't sharp and they're not like as responsive. Or when they start getting mushy or some shit, they lose that hardness. I go back to the gym and work out. I want to say like every 4 days, but sometimes you work out so hard it might take you like a week to recover. And that whole week you're supposed to be digesting protein, preferably steak. Now that whole protein, the steak, the meat, I mean, you get like cravings for like meat. You know, particularly steak, you know, after you work out. And you got to pretty much satiate that shit or it's going to keep gnawing at you, you know. At least my body does. It's like I can feel like my body just like telling me, feed me steak, feed me steak. Feed me some chicken. And you know, my mind won't let go of that shit. So I just... And then it gradually wears off, that whole cravings for animal protein. You know, something like, you know, maybe a day or two before your next workout, it all tapers off, you know. Then you don't need so much animal protein. Fuck you, vegans. You know, as much as I bitch and complain about post-workout lactic acid buildup, if you don't feel that fucking sting, that fucking burn, a couple days after you work out like I do, sometimes I work out, I don't feel the sting and the burn of that lactic acid until maybe, you know, 2 days after I work out. I don't know why that is, but it is. If you don't feel that sting, that means you're not growing. I guarantee it. If you don't feel that lactic acid sting, you ain't growing. You ain't getting stronger. Shit. My legs, I got no problem with that, you know. With getting that sting, that burning, you know. That lactic acid buildup. Legs, lower back, traps, no problem. Only problem I have with is the chest, man. My chest is real unresponsive to training for some reason. You know? I was doing that fucking single arm bench press on the Smith machine. And I only did like 1 rep. Because I'd been doing it so much, you know, the past 2 workouts. I need to give that whole fucking movement a rest, man, because I don't know, for some reason the fucking joints, they acquire some kind of memory. I mean, they're real tender, you know. I mean, you can work out the same muscle, as long as it's not the same movement, you're okay. So, My joints were real tender. I was doing that one-arm bench press on the Smith machine. Real fucking tender. That whole fucking movement. All the way up into the elbow, the wrist, the fucking front deltoids, the ball and socket of the fucking shoulder. That whole fucking chain was just like, I don't know, man. I was feeling real tender, man. Kind of sore, you know. Even though I give myself like about a week, I got myself about 6 days to rest in between workouts from my last workout. Yeah, so that whole fucking system was kind of like, it was definitely weak and, you know, needs some rest or something. So I had to switch up to the fucking pec fly, the pec deck machine. And that's only going to last maybe a couple months, maybe a month. I mean, I can already do like almost the whole fucking stack. I mean, I got up to the point, you know, at one point in my life, I was doing the whole fucking stack. It was like it was nothing. That pec deck machine, that ain't shit. It's only good for maybe, to get you up to maybe 200 pounds in your bench press. Around there, that whole fucking stack on those pec deck machines. And your arms have to be swept all the way back. Like, to the last position on that pec deck machine where the fucking handles have your shoulders pretty much all the way swept back behind you. Or otherwise you ain't gonna get transfer and carry over to the bench press. That's the only reason you do pec deck machines. But that's only gonna carry up to about 200 pounds in your bench press. And then you're going to have to switch over to something else. One-arm bench press on the Smith machine. You know, you're getting that same movement in that ball and socket of your fucking shoulder. That fucking swept back fucking movement. That's what you're basically looking for. To me, the tricep extensions don't have any fucking carryover to the bench press. Maybe during lockout, a little bit, you know. The main point is you got to get those fucking shoulders swept all the way back to where your fucking shoulder blades are almost touching. You know, you got to get that severe stretching of the chest and activate those deltoids big time. Yeah. And my training system, if you read my blog, depends heavily on the intra-workout protein shake. Otherwise, you ain't getting through it without a protein shake. I mean, hopefully you get a protein shake that doesn't make you shit your fucking guts out. I can't do any dairy. I can't do any artificial sweeteners. I had that fucking carnivore protein shit. And I still got the shits. There was no dairy in it, but there was that fucking sucralose artificial sweetener shit in it. I mean, they got me through the workout. I had a good 2-hour workout on that fucking, that shit. That meat protein shake, cow protein, whatever the beef protein shake it was. 2 hours, you know, got me good. Then about 2 hours later after the fucking workout, I was shitting my fucking guts out thanks to that artificial sweetener. Even yesterday, I didn't have any fucking beef protein available to me, so I had to go to whey. And that fucking predictably led to disastrous results. I mean, it got me through the workout at least. But then again, you know, A, it had that fucking dairy in it, which I'm fucking deathly fucking intolerant of. And B, it had fucking artificial sweeteners in it. That sucralose. That's probably the worst one for me. Sucralose, or I don't know what else they put in there. So I was shitting my guts out really good yesterday. Was it worth it? I guess. I don't know. I just didn't feel like getting any weaker than I am. I felt my muscles like, you know, atrophying. Anytime I feel my muscles atrophying, I usually go hit the gym, you know. I don't let it go. I don't do it by like days, you know. So far, that fucking time between workouts has been like every 6 days pretty much. Hey, my workouts are hard, man. You know, especially after 2-hour workouts, you know. Rep burnout, yeah. Thing I hate about doing light weights, you're trying to burn out, you know, you're trying to like go to muscle failure on the light weights, trying to like fully express, you know, the training effect on all muscles involved in that whole fucking movement. I got that from what's his face, Kai Green. He said the only reason you should do light weights is to, you know, fully express all fucking muscle recruitment in a movement with light weights, because you don't get those kind of opportunities to fucking, you know, activate those muscle fibers when you're doing heavier weight, because you know, sometimes, you know, most of the time you're not fucking doing a perfect fucking form movement when you're doing heavy weight. So he says, Kai Green says, do light weights, multi-reps till failure, muscle failure, and you get 100%, not 100%, but close to like fucking 99% muscle fiber recruitment and all muscles involved in your fucking movement. Ramp up to single. I have no idea what the fuck that means. Ramp up to single. Yeah, ramp up to a single. One thing I've changed is I don't fucking, you know, grind out the fucking reps so much anymore. I fucking, I try to, if my form starts breaking down, especially in a deadlift, you know, if my form starts breaking down, I put the bar back down on the ground. I'm not going to say I fucked myself up, because most of the fucking aches and pains I have, I've always had them. Low back problems, I've always had low back problems. I have a fucking uneven limb length on my legs. My fucking left leg's about, I don't know, half inch shorter than my fucking right leg. So that leads to fucking low back pain, leads to shoulder pain, because, you know, you're tilted to one side, so your shoulders aren't fucking, you know, even with each other. So you have one shoulder hanging lower than the fucking other shoulder. That leads to shoulder problems over the course of, like, you know, 25 years. You know, I didn't start developing shoulder pain on one side of my body, on my left fucking shoulder, until I was about 25 or 30. And it wasn't that I developed it. I exacerbated it through training. When I was in my 20s, I didn't know anything about repetitive movement injury. And I was doing like some, plus I was doing like, I was doing this fucking, this shoulder press on this fucking, this machine, man. And you know, it was that fixed bar path. And I was sitting there struggling with it and shit. I heard a little pop in my shoulder, and ever since then it's been hurting. That's just one shoulder. But the other shoulder's fine. And then, you know, I do like rag pulls, and I can feel like, you know, my shoulder, that partly injured shoulder, fucking, you know, flaring up with pain, you know. It usually subsides after a while, after a couple days. Fixed bar path Smith machine. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, there's a fixed bar path in the Smith machine. You already fucking know that. I've discussed at length what that means. Fixed bar path. Smith machine. I mean, that just leads me to something, you know, I mean, everybody's worried about injury on a Smith machine. That's the big thing. Injury on a Smith machine, because it has a fixed bar path and shit, right? You can get injured on any fucking exercise, any activity, or any movement, I should say. You keep on doing it enough, you're gonna fucking eventually get injured, you know? Depending on how strong your joints are and shit, right? The big thing about fucking doing bench press on the Smith machine, you start suffering impingement on your fucking front deltoids. That whole ball and socket of the shoulder. So, let's see what I was going to say. Yeah, so I do fucking fixed, you know, I do one arm bench press on the Smith machine. You're supposed to be, supposing my shoulder's going to blow out. I keep doing that fixed bar path bullshit with the Smith machine, but I haven't suffered any kind of fucking impingement. You know? Because I don't do it every fucking workout. As soon as I start to feel pain, as soon as I started feeling pain, and that whole chain, from my ball and socket of the shoulder all the way up to my wrist, including the elbow, all those 3 joints, I said, fuck it, man. I gotta give this fucking whole system a rest on my arm, man. So I switched up to the pec fly machine. It's that whole fucking idea, you know, you keep on doing the same movement, you're eventually going to get injured. So rather than risk injury, I just said, fuck it, I'll just go to the pec deck machine, work on my fucking, you know, my deltoids and my fucking pectoral muscles that way. I mean, if you look at the bench press, that whole angle your fucking elbow takes, it brings that deltoid at a full stretch backwards behind you when you do a bench press. So you gotta pretty much mimic that stretch on your fucking deltoids and pectorals. And the pec deck machine, you know, accomplishes that very, you know, easily. As long as you have those fucking handles swept back behind your fucking, you know, the vertical plane of your chest. That is direct carryover to the bench press. I guarantee it. 100%. But like I said, there's only so much weight in that fucking pec deck machine. And doesn't offer much resistance, honestly. I can do, like, you know, the whole stack almost. It's only going to take me a couple months to do the whole fucking stack on that pec deck machine. If I keep training at it. If I keep my training regimen going. So I'll probably have to fucking switch from, you know, just bench pressing on the bar to fucking on one workout and then switch up to the fucking one arm bench press on the Smith machine, you know. There's no fucking limit about how much weight I can put on the fucking bar. I mean, it fucking that one arm bench press on the Smith machine, the angles your fucking shoulder, you know, takes on, and the fucking and the chest and Just the whole fucking torso. It's markedly different from the from just, you know, two-handed bench pressing on a fucking bar. So you avoid that fucking repetitive movement. Or that susceptibility to repetitive movement injury. Because like I said, the whole fucking body is at completely different angles compared to that of the fucking you know, just two-handed bench pressing with the bar, compared to the fucking one-arm bench press on the Smith machine. I mean, like yesterday, I worked out, right? I knew full well that I was going to shit my guts out on that whey protein shake shit. I just went in there and fucking worked out, fully expecting to fucking shit my guts out 2 hours later. I didn't think it'd be as severe as I had it, man. Because I was on a fucking good shitting run for about an hour and a half, 2 hours almost. On the toilet, just fucking. And excruciating. Not a pain, but just fucking. And it was just like fucking, just like a garden hose coming out of my fucking asshole, pretty much. That fucking whey protein shake, you know. But it got me through the workout, you know. I mean, there's no way you're doing my fucking workouts. That shit I post on my fucking blog, all those fucking exercises, there ain't no way you're doing that in one training session without a protein shake. Because like I said, you know, you need that protein shake to carry you through the workout, because A, the protein's converted to fucking glucose, at least 40% of that shit. Your body does it by itself. And it also repairs muscle fibers as you're working out. So the protein shake takes you fucking through the workout, supplies you energy through the fucking workout. You just take a little sip before each fucking lift that you're trying to accomplish. No matter what you're doing. Like I'll do every time I get on the machine, I do drop sets. I'll start off as high as I can possibly go. Like I was doing fucking, what was I doing? I was doing partials. I start off like a partial on a fucking, the cable row. The cable lat row. Seated cable lat row. I was doing a partial. I start off with the fucking partial. Maybe to like almost halfway complete the fucking movement. You know, where you pull it in, that little handle with the double-handed fucking attachment. And you pull it into your fucking chest. I was going about halfway. Put the weight back down. Put the key into a lower weight position. Try to rep that out. Put the key to a lower position. Put the weight back down. Try to rep that out. Or, you know, I just keep repping it out until muscle failure. Until I get to the fucking, as light as I possibly can. Maybe like 1 or 2 plates. 10 or 15 pounds. I'd start repping that out until muscle failure. I go from like high to low in one lifting session on the fucking lat rows. But before I even do that, I always take a good couple, 3, 4, 5, 6 sips of the fucking protein shake. Cause there ain't no way I'm getting through that whole fucking lifting, what should I say? I don't know, lifting session. It's not a lifting session. It's more like I don't know what that is. Just the drop sets. There ain't no way I'm getting to that drop set session without a fucking sip of the protein shake. There's no way I'm getting enough energy to get through that shit. Whatever. I guess you get what I fucking mean. I don't know. I mean, I knew full well that I was going to shit my guts out if I drank whey protein. I just said, fuck it. I drank the whey protein while I was working out, knowing full well I was going to shit my guts out 2 hours later, and I got through the fucking workout. I got some new shit that I fucking ordered. Some fucking, some beef protein. This time it's unsweetened. I got it online. I don't know from who. I don't know from what company. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be, you know, I already got a shipment that's arrived. And, hopefully that fucking works out because, I don't feel like doing whey. I don't feel like doing carnivore beef protein with that fucking sucralose. That sucralose, I don't fucking work well with that shit. I just shit my guts out. So no sweeteners in this fucking beef protein. It's basically beef protein and fucking lecithin or something. I guess to add like thickness or some shit. It's unsweetened, unflavored, just pure beef protein. From what part of the fucking cow? I have no fucking clue. Could be the fucking dick, the balls. Could be all that shit. Who knows how the fuck they get that fucking, that beef protein powder. Whatever, I'll try it. See what happens. As long as it gets me through my fucking workout, I don't care what the fuck I'm drinking. You know? I do full body workouts from head to toe. What I do yesterday, I did chest, pec fly. I got on the cable machine. I was doing like shoulder presses. Did conventional deadlifts. I did a fucking cable lat row. Cable seated lat row. With that double-handed attachment on the fucking machine. And I did fucking leg press. Any machine I did drop sets. I usually do about 3 or 4 drop sets on any one machine, on any fucking given muscle movement. Anytime I get on a machine, it's just drop sets. And a bar, I do drop set, but it's a lot slower. Machine, you just fucking take the key out, put it back into your fucking next weight, and then you're done pretty much. Bars and fucking Olympic bars and the plates and shit. You gotta start what you're doing, take the plates off, get back into your fucking position. Takes a long time to do a drop set on that shit. I still do drop sets, you know. But, you know, a lot less reps gets involved. I do a lot less reps. It's not as efficient as with the machine. I don't know if you saw that one Josh Hancock fucking bench press form video on YouTube. I did everything that he was doing. I always, arc my chest upwards and try to fucking make the bar path go kind of like behind me, not just in a straight up and down fashion. But, you know, I never used to fucking, bring my feet back to, where I get, a noticeable tension and tightness on the fucking quadriceps. On those thighs and in the knee and all that whole fucking... Where you form a very stable base with your fucking legs before you even accomplish a bench press. That's the basic move, the basic form, you know, according to him, according to the way he was teaching it in that fucking YouTube video. You know, fucking pinch the shoulder blades back behind you, almost touching, and keep that shit tight, all up and, you know, while you're bench pressing and you're forming shit, keep the fucking chest arched upwards, where you get an arch in your fucking, you know, your upper back and shit. Not too severe. And then, you sweep your fucking legs. You sweep your feet directly underneath you while you're laying, you know, flat on the bench, where you get that noticeable tension and tightness and tautness in your fucking legs and your fucking calves and your feet, your quadriceps. to form that stable base, you know? Like, I never used to do that. I always used to have my feet, like, laying flat in front of me and shit. But now that I did coordinate, you know, followed his instructions, Josh Hancock's instructions, I can feel definitely a more stable bench press. And maybe, you know, maybe even a fucking little more weight that I could push up using his bench press technique. I mean, the guy is a world champion. I trust his opinion more than any fucking PhD or fucking, you know, any trainer. I mean, most of those trainers are trying to accomplish just, you know, aesthetics and trying to get people to lose fat and shit. That's fine and dandy, but, you know, any of those trainers at the commercial gym, I do like deadlifts in front of these trainers at these commercial gyms, and they look at me like I'm fucking crazy or something, man. I don't know why that is. I don't know how the fuck they're trainers and they're not fucking, they don't know how to do a fucking conventional deadlift or a squat or no proper form for a bench press. I mean, how the fuck are they trainers? So they took an online test or an online quiz, got their little online certificate. Well, I think I beat that shit to a dead horse. Or I think I beat the shit out of this fucking dead horse the whole fucking training. And I don't know. That's pretty much the way I guess the rest of these talking out of my asses go until I stop working out again, because that just consumes my whole fucking time, you know? The working out, the training, the fucking eating, you know, the calorie intake. You gotta, I mean, you're not, once you train, that's just like the first step. You still gotta rest, recover, and fucking repair yourself with fucking nutrient, you know, and calorie intake, you know, severe calorie intake, you know? After you work out, that's just like the fucking, that's just fucking, you know, 10% of the fucking journey. You work out, then you fucking eat your fucking, stuff your fucking gut with fucking animal protein and fucking carbohydrate and shit, so you can fucking have enough fucking, so you can repair all those fucking muscles and shit before your next workout. Repair the muscles and refill them back up with glycogen. Like I said, I feel like I've beat a dead horse to a bloody fucking pulp right now. So that now I'm gonna conclude my fucking 50 fit talking from my shitty fucking anus. Good luck dying.